What it is, what it ain't. Welcome back to McCoy Mondays, and today we are doing a lyric breakdown of one of my favorite tracks. It is called BRAT. So yeah, we're gonna go over some lyrics, kind of like some themes that inspired the visuals. Kind of do a lyric breakdown and like kind of go into my mind into making this song. So first off, the word BRAT is an acronym. It is B.R.A.T, which stands for being rude and toxic. Yeah, I know. I couldn't help it. I literally could not help it. I couldn't help it. This is a track that I really fell in love with. It's a vibe, and it kind of tells a story. So let's get into the lyrics. Okay, so the song starts off. Brat. You know, it's kind of like an anthem, and it's just calling a girl a brat. And it kind of goes into the bratty ass girl, don't get your way. Bratty ass girl don't know how to behave. Bratty ass girl when you don't get your way. Bratty ass girl don't know how to behave. Because it's like multiple toxic girls that are like, it's like a culmination of all these things to make this, you know? Just an homage to like all the bratty girls that are in the world, like who act up when they don't get their way. It's not necessarily a bad thing always. I guess everything is about moderation, you know? So some brattiness is cute, some brattiness is intolerable. So, bratty ass girl, when you don't get your way, want to apologize, trying to save face, Two-Face, I ain't Nicolas Cage. Or face off, Two-Face, I ain't Nicolas Cage, no cap. Only thing worse than a bitch is a brat. You know, and it's just because, like, if you're kind of a bitch, you just are, you know, which I feel like is you have less control over than being a brat. You know, which is like you are choosing when to give a certain kind of attitude based on whether or not you get your way. And like I said, sometimes it can be really cute, and then sometimes it can really not be. So yeah. So we're gonna go into the actual verse. I exceeded expectations, baby. A lot to handle when you're acting crazy. I never see your point when using LASIX because your logic is based on imagination. You know, like I exceeded expectations. I went above and beyond. You're a lot to handle when you're acting crazy. I think that's just plain and cut and dry. I never see your point when using LASIX because like LASIX is about like the eyes, and like I never see your point when you're trying to like make your point in an argument. And it's like your logic is based on imagination because you really don't have the facts straight, but you think you do. Your mind has made it this crazy illusion of what it could be because of your trauma. Everybody should work on their trauma. So it's like, analyze the situation, baby. Listen to exactly what I'm saying. Is it possible that trauma in your brain take the words and then rearrange them? Like, that's just an homage to like a real situation. Sometimes you can hear what a person is saying, but you don't hear what they said. Because trauma has taken the words and flipped them and twisted them and given them a connotation that might necessarily not have been meant by somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you're a toxic girl, you know what I'm talking about. All I said was come outside, I'm here. I'm not trying to control you or tell you what to do. But I am outside and we got plans, so yeah. Anyway, it goes into this part where it's like, I ain't a stranger to the happenings. I found a ring to symbolize my love. I was in the field. I took a knee like Kaepernick. I know the demons you be battling. Vile villains eviscerate the Vatican. Hold up. All right, so like, I ain't a stranger to the happenings. To the happenings. It sounds like I'm saying I ain't a stranger to happiness, but I'm really saying happenings. You know, I'm not a stranger to like the things that like the bad things that happen that you necessarily can't control. I found a ring to symbolize my love.
Oh.
I was in the field, I took a knee like Kaepernick, you know. Um, I was engaged at one point in time. It didn't work out, more so because of me than her. Something that I'm now realizing that I am older. Um, but at that time, like I didn't know. I had just a lot of feelings, and after that had ended, I had a hard time finding myself. But I is found now, so like that's cool. Okay, so I took a knee like Kaepernick. You know, just further talking about me getting on a knee and proposing. I know the demons you be battling. Vile villains eviscerate the Vatican. It's just like I like the alliteration, the VVV. Vile villains eviscerate the Vatican. You know, because she's a church girl. If trauma happens, it doesn't matter when. We was just laughing, how the fuck you mad again? Because sometimes we just have great times, and then all of a sudden, I guess then I would do something, and she was triggered by it, and yeah, she would just blow up, and we were just laughing, having a great time. She doesn't care. Dealing with the daddy issues because you're really mad at him and all that bratty shit is just a pathogen. 66666. You know, a lot of times you deal with how a person was raised, you know what I mean? Myself included, there's a lot of things that I've had to overcome and deal with and be honest with myself about. Things that I'm, you know, not all the way healed from, that I'm still trying to find some understanding in. And, you know, she's a lot in the same place, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the girls with daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the niggas with daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to people, period, who have daddy issues. And sometimes you got to deal with them when all of that stuff is really directed at them. I've been trying to right my wrongs. Why you always bringing up the past? I think it's just self-explanatory. Like I have been trying to right my wrongs. Why are you bringing up the past? She set fire to everything that I own. Why you always acting like a brat? I mean that metaphorically. Fortunately, she has never burned, or no woman that I've ever been with actually has ever burned any of my things. So I count myself lucky for that. But yeah, I mean, like metaphorically, like it's a lot of like relationships and business ties and money and all kind of stuff that just seemingly got burned throughout the process of us being together and us not being together. So those are some of my favorite lyrics from B.R.A.T. We're gonna be doing this every Monday, I guess. This is McCoy Mondays, and you can catch the full video on YouTube. It's streaming everywhere. I think it's everywhere. It should be everywhere. I paid good money for it to be everywhere, so I hope it's everywhere. But yeah, check it out. B.R.A.T, being rude and toxic. This is Alexander McCoy. I'm signing off, and I will chop it over with y'all later. Don't be a brat.
Bratty ass girl don't know how to behave. Bratty ass girl don't know how to behave. Wanna apologize, tryna say face off, 2 face.